Welcome back ChessBox Worldwide. Today we bring you a blazing showdown. We have the seasoned superstar Gong from South Sudan, a top tier player with a rating that places him among the very best in the region. He's a veteran of countless battles, known for his precision and strategic depth. But in the opposite corner stands the hungry challenger, the young and audacious Mukisa Joshua of Uganda, the looming talent ready to prove that ratings are just numbers. This match is a collision of experience versus youthful ambition, a powerful narrative unfolding on the 64 squares. Settle in and prepare to witness a masterclass in tension, skill, and impressive art of chess. Ladies and gentlemen, hailing all the way from South Sudan, Gong is the highest rated player in South Sudan, has consistently proven his elite skill with a list of accolades as a testament to his dominancy, including a flawless victory at the Warrid Chess Festival, a perfect performance in the Kisumu Open all the way from Kenya, and a championship win at the Kantinti Memorial Chess Championship in Uganda, where he became the first non-Ugandan in a decade to claim the title. His presence at the 44th Chess Olympiad further solidifies his standings on the international stage and respected globally. While Mukisa Joshua is a chess player from Uganda, born in 2000, and he plays for Olemwa Chess Club and known to participate in various international tournaments like the Uganda Open Chess Championship and the Premier Bet Chess League. This game was played during the match of Chiroka Panthers vs Olemwa Chess Club and was played on board 1. Gong was playing board 1 for Chiroka Panthers and Mukisa Joshua was playing board 1 for Olemwa Chess Club. Ladies and gentlemen, let's groove. And in the white pieces, Gong all the way from Chiroka Panthers opened the game with 1 e4 and Mukisa Joshua from Olemwa Chess Club played e5, knight f3, knight c6, d4, e takes d4, bishop c4, which introduces us to the Scotch Gambit, knight f6, e5 is expected. Gong played short castling, can't go ahead to take his pawn. This is a well-known line. So Mukisa went on and played bishop e7, e5, and now finally he played knight e4. Bishop d5 should have been played, but however, Gong played knight takes d4, knight takes e5, attacking the bishop on c4, rook e1, knight takes c4, and after rook takes e4, in this position, Mukisa Joshua played the best move. He played d5, defending the knight and also attacking the rook, and also securing a square where the knight can sit. Either knight sits on d6 or knight sits on b6, depending on the situation. Rook e1, and now we see short castling from Mukisa Joshua. And after b3, opening up a square for the bishop and also hitting on the knight. Knight b6, but knight d6 should have been considered. Bishop b2. In this position, Mukisa Joshua played c5, expanding further on the queen side. So knight f3, played bishop g4, h3, bishop h5, knight bd2, putting the knight on f3. Rook e8 should have been considered, but he played bishop f6. It was high time. Gong goes on to the bishop on f6, but he wanted to make the game complicated, and now he played queen c1, moving away from the pin and also adding support to the bishop, which is on b2. Bishop g6, putting an eye on the pawn, which is on c2, knight e5, and after queen d6, centralizing the queen, f4 was played, expanding on the queen side. Rook comes to e8. This is the critical position of the game. In this position, knight f3 should have been considered. Gong went on and miscalculated in this position. He played knight g4. I'd like you to take a few minutes and guess the move Mukisa Joshua played in the position. Joshua played rook takes e1, deflecting the queen to take the rook, and then he could be able to win the bishop. And after rook takes e1, we could see queen takes e1, bishop takes b2, and now, ladies and gentlemen, officially Gong is a piece down. Rook b1, bishop c3. Whenever you're a piece up, you always fight to reduce the pieces on the board, and it's what Mukisa Joshua is doing. Queen d1, moving away from the pin, bishop takes d2, queen takes d2, h5, hitting on the knight, and after knight comes to e3, queen f4, pinning down the knight against the queen, and is ready to go ahead and push the pawn on d4. It was high time. Gong wasn't to play queen comes to e2, moving away from the pin, but however Gong went on and played f5, hitting on the knight, and after d4, attacking the knight, a takes b6, d takes e3, and after f takes e3, Joshua played queen e4. Gong would go ahead and play rook comes to a1, threatening to take the pawn on a7, and in case of pawn a6, then still rook could come into f4, hitting on the queen, or even taking back the rook to still come back on f1, take control of the open file. But however, in this position, Gong played b takes a7, And now Mukisa Joshua plays rook takes a7. And in this position, after rook e1, Joshua played rook a2. Gong in this position realized that indeed black is dominating the position because it's piece down, and you see that the rook has come in on the 7th rank, which is the rank for winners, and is attacking the pawn which is on c2. And remember also the queen is also putting an eye on the pawn, the duty square. And Gong, basing on his higher rating, realized that in this position, he doesn't have hope to fight on and try to settle the game. Gong went on to resign this game, and Mukisa Joshua became victorious. Thank you so much for watching, and I wish you the best of luck in your games.